Everybody, welcome back to GLiiDeR TV, and in today's video I'm going to be talking with a special guest, Sam, and we're going to be covering the Cobra Kai Season 3 and basically just giving our thoughts of what we thought about the whole season and what we think is going to come. First off, Sam, what did you think basically about this whole Season 3, character development? What are your thoughts?
I think for me, what makes this show work so well is basically the characters themselves. Because like the whole story is basically like sort of like it mirrors the original movies, which I love. With its own little twist, which I think is so cool. Just the characters, man, I just love them so much. And I like how they interact between like the OG characters with Ralph Macchio and I'm forgetting who's the other one that plays Johnny Lawrence.
Billy?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And like how basically they interact with like their students and just honestly it's a really good show. Like I mean I don't know if you want to go more in depth right now or we just go give like our overall thoughts.
I guess just like our overall thoughts like with the show.
Well, yeah, I mean, I gotta say, like, I'm really looking forward to the next season because basically it's gonna be overlooking a new story that's not gonna reflect the original movies because if I'm thinking correctly, they already cover all the like the original trilogy movies, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that and just basically how it ended on a cliffhanger. Kind of excited.
Yeah, dude. No, and like with this whole season, it was kind of like, for me, I really loved like the character development that they had, especially with Hawk. Because in the beginning, you know, Kreese, he was giving like the Cobra Kai people like that little rat or like that little mouse. I don't know the difference. But remember, like, he gave that little kid a mouse, and the kid wanted to name it. Oh, and then he, like, gave it to the Cobra, and then Hawk, basically, you could tell, like, he was thinking, like, oh, this is so wrong, and, like, why did he do that type of thing? So you can tell, like, from the beginning, he's already in that dilemma of, like, do I really want to be here in Cobra Kai and stuff? And just, like, and then going all the way towards the end, where he ended up basically saving, what's it called? His buddy, the other nerd guy. I forgot his name. Oh yeah, Dimitri. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Dimitri has always been my least favorite character. I don't know what is it about him, but he does play well with like the other characters. Like I like the rivalry that he sort of has with Hawk for sure.
Yeah, and like, even at that part when they kind of wanted to get revenge on Cobra Kai, and then Tori basically told Hawk like basically like to not be a wimp, to break his little arm or whatever. Nice coffee cup, by the way. I love that coffee cup.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, and then when he broke his arm, you can tell how bad Hawk felt and how it basically didn't satisfy his freaking tough guy needs for Cobra Kai, and he knew that it was wrong, and he knew that it felt bad. So I really liked how Hawk ended up going throughout the whole season of changing to like the good side.
Yeah, because with Hawk, you basically want to root for the guy because we saw from season 1 like how bad he was being treated, and then he basically turned himself into a badass, and then we're all in his side. Even when he was becoming a bully, you still sort of root for him because you felt like where like he came from, where he come from. So, and I think with the arc that he had in third season, which I really loved, is that he was losing his like I guess being the top dog at Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
You know, because like when he was being showed up when Robbie came in and everyone like basically jumped on Robbie's side in terms of being like the new like top guy at Cobra. You can see that he like that really got to him because he was losing his place as being the top dog. So he really had a really good overall arc. The one thing I didn't like was
the sudden jump on fences in terms of the that one big fight scene, Samantha's house, right, where when they had the party, like just
Yeah.
in the middle of fight, it was just kind of like a switch, and I was like, I don't know, I kind of wanted him to basically switch sides,
Mhm.
like through a conversation, like an interaction, rather than just in the
Yeah.
middle of fight. It's like, wait, do you just realize what was going on?
Yeah, I know.
So for half the fight, you were beating, basically fighting like your own friends, and then like halfway, it's like, okay, this is wrong. I was like, that's the one thing about his arc that I didn't like, but
Yeah.
I'm happy to see that the next season he's gonna be fighting on this side instead.
Yeah, and the other thing I like that Miguel finally had another fight with that one guy who picked on him or picked on Samantha, the Asian guy.
I mean, Miguel definitely has one of my favorite. Like, he's my favorite character for sure in the show. Like how he and Johnny interact has to be one of the best
Yeah.
or like on TV. Like I guess the love story basically. How
Yeah.
it feels very organic and like natural between like Samantha. Like it's not something because like I know a lot of like teen romance and stuff can be awkward, but for me it always seems like this one seems like a really good romance between these two characters.
Yeah, it
So-
seems genuine.
Yeah, exactly.
Because with Tori, it felt really forced with Miguel and Tori.
Yeah.
So
And I don't know. It didn't seem awkward. It seemed very like genuine, organic. Like because I know sometimes like teen romance can be very cringy.
Yeah,
or
it
it
can.
work. So there's like no in between. I think the story between these two really work, and especially his arc for this season, how he was basically had an uphill growth, and they basically skip. I don't know how much time they skipped between his recovery and till he was able to walk, because it seemed like it was a severe
yeah.
Injury, and then I think within 3 episodes he was walking and everything, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
dude. So there was probably like a big, maybe like a month or two time jump or something. So
I don't
yeah,
know.
but
That's a little too quick for me, but
yeah.
I mean that's just TV.
and speaking of the romances though, I love that we got to see Allie back in this show. Having her back was just so cool to see, and then her and Johnny like kind of like catching up, and you know how like she forgave him from like the past and stuff, and it was cool to see them reunite and kind of like remembering how Johnny and Daniel would still be like rude to each other even though it's been so many years. And I think it's funny how she tries to kind of like mend them back together, which was cool to see during the season. And I know he talked to her about Miguel's mom, right? And I don't know what she said at the end, but something about like he should go for whatever, you know, his heart wants, I guess. And he ends up going to Miguel's mom, and I was just like, you know what, this is cool. Like I mean, like I wish that they like Allie and Johnny would have gotten back together. I think that would have been so cool. But the way he goes back to Miguel's mom was perfect. I mean, because for me, I love Miguel's mom. Like her and Johnny have like a really interesting kind of like relationship together. And so it's cool to see them like that. But you know, when Johnny goes to her house, that's when Miguel is already, you know, punched in the face, bleeding everywhere because of that giant fight at the end. So yeah, that was just the one thing that I like, is just seeing Allie this season, and just like, you know, Johnny's basically coming back to terms like, okay, I need Daniel to basically, you know, fight Kreese and, you know, win the tournament that's going to be coming up in the next season. So yeah. Speaking of Kreese, I love the fact that we got to see his life from back then. I think
it definitely adds more depth to his character.
Yeah.
On the second season, I think that's when he came, right? Did he come back in the second season or...
Shoot.
Wait. What season are we on?
I think we're on season 3. I think season 3.
So Chris didn't come till season 2, right?
I thought it was the end of season 1.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that was at the finale, right?
Yeah.
It's because I binge all these seasons, like
yeah,
seasons,
dude.
So like,
yeah, same.
So it's all one big smash. Like, but yeah, when the previous season, we didn't really get much character depth. We just got that he was basically homeless from the original karate movies till now.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely get more backstory, and you kind of feel for the guy. Like you see the stuff that war can do to your mental health, and I like the previous season, you were rooting against the guy, and you just hated him. But this season, you feel some type of you feel like
remorse.
It's like it was like the actions of others that turned him the way that he is now. And now I'm just hoping that his character develops and and gets some type of redemption, whether he makes amends for all his sins, or I don't know, just you just wanted to basically just have a good ending, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I hope for that for the next season, that he makes amends with Danny and Johnny, because I don't know, I'm it's a TV show, anything can happen. But I don't it was sad to see how he had to basically fight his brothers in arms in Vietnam, and to the death, fight to the death. And I think that was just that's probably what made him be the man that he is in the show, really strong and no mercy and whatever. But I really hope for the next season he has that character arc that maybe we'll be able to love Kreese the way we have loved Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah, because they showed that before he went to war and everything, he was the one that stood up to the bullies,
Yeah.
And then once he comes back from the war, he's basically the ones he turning kids into bullies and just does extreme measures. So I mean, I'm really happy that they give us that backstory, just because it just adds more character growth, more development to the characters, and how and why the way that he acts, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Shoot, what else? Also the Japan, seeing the two characters from, what was the Karate Kid 2?
I think it was
the second one, right? Or was it the third movie?
I'm pretty sure it's the second one, because that's where he.
Second one.
I think I'm not too sure.
But one of those movies, and when they were doing the whole Japan scene, I was really happy that they would bring little snippets of the original movies and put them in to kind of so that the audience can know, oh, that was that character from back then, and this is how they knew Danny. And especially when they brought the little girl that Danny saved in I think it was a typhoon or one of those things. And I just thought it was really sweet that we got to see Danny go to Japan and do all that, and then go with Chosen, the freaking guy who wanted to kill him. But then he ends up being a teacher to Danny. So I think that was really cool, and especially him teaching Danny more stuff about Mr. Miyagi's the numbing spots on the arms, where to hit. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, for me, one of my favorite scenes from the show was definitely when he was reading on the letters from Mr. Miyagi, and basically he read his last letter, and how Samantha was basically the granddaughter he never had, and he was it was a really nice scene. That was for sure one of my favorite scenes.
Dude, that scene made me cry.
Yeah, it was very touching.
It made me cry. Oh man. Yeah, they
Yeah.
gave us so much like amazing things this season.
Mhm.
And for me, I like it better than the second season because and this one there's a lot of fun things. There's a lot of nostalgia coming
Mhm.
into this season. Um, the rebonding Johnny and Miguel has, because in the beginning Miguel was really mad at Johnny, and
Mhm.
Johnny didn't want to leave him, so he tried to get him back up on his feet. And I think it was such a sweet moment when they're at a concert together, and then Johnny notices his little foot tapping,
Mhm.
and I just thought that was a really sweet moment.
Oh yeah,
So
definitely. Like the interaction between Miguel and Johnny is just like basically like an overall like television whatever. Like they like has to be one of the best like father and son
mm,
uh uh like interactions that I simply love. I just want to see them. Like I could see a whole season of just them on them two like interacting, because like one of my favorite scenes is uh when Miguel was helping Johnny update his Facebook, and like going
yeah.
around taking pictures. Like I love that scene.
Yeah, that was
So definitely one
awesome.
of my favorite like interactions. I definitely want to see more of that coming on the next season, just because they just work so well. It's like just Miguel, like the character itself, like
Mhm.
uh, I don't know if it's the acting or just like the way like that kid can act, and I don't know, his character is just written so perfectly, in my
Mhm.
opinion. I can't think of a single complaint that I didn't like from the character arc, because
Yeah.
even when he was in Cobra Kai, he was still the good person, like
Yeah.
I can't think of a single moment where he he was the bully while in Cobra Kai.
Mhm.
At least I don't think so. I mean, yeah, he got mad at Samantha at the party, but I guess that's just like a boyfriend girlfriend thing.
Yeah.
But I can't think of like anything, because he never terrorized other kids, right? At least I don't think so.
No, he didn't. It was only Hawk, because Hawk was trying to be the macho man because he wanted to win the girl back. I forgot her name. The one who's very what's it called? The one friggin' forgot her name. But she turned into a little hippie at the end of or during season 3.
Oh, Moon.
Yeah, there we go. Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, because even in Cobra Kai, Miguel was very pure and loyal to
Hmm.
everybody, and yeah, he was just really sweet. But
Yeah,
yeah, I agree with you. His character is really, really well written in the
definitely.
show.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite characters, and uh,
Yeah.
I just like how basically while he was there, Cobra Kai was never really like it was the group of kids that made Cobra Kai bad, but the overall uh dojo was never like bad until he basically left and Johnny left
Yeah.
and Chris took over. Then it
Mhm.
was definitely, because like in the previous season, it was the rivalry between Cobra Kai and Daniels, like on the
Yeah.
dojo. But the funny thing is that when you look at it from both perspectives, you can be like, okay, like there's two sides to like this story.
Mhm.
Um, Daniel's fixated on the past, on how Johnny used to be, but we see Johnny's side and we're thinking like, we're just hoping like, hey Daniel, he's not the same guy that like
Yeah.
he used to be. And I know that that's a running joke, because whenever they Johnny talks about the past, he talks about how Daniel do all these stuff to him, how
Mhm.
he basically made him and Ali break up, and how he basically
Yeah.
took his girl.
Mhm.
And I think that's a funny joke that comes up here and there.
Yeah. And even Miguel, when he met Sam's dad, Miguel was saying, "Oh, Johnny said that you did this to him," and then Daniel was like, "No, no, no, I didn't do that." And I think it was just so funny that
Mhm.
Daniel was basically getting told by a kid that he was like a bully to Johnny or whatever. So I think that was a really funny scene too in there.
Yeah,
Um,
it's so funny because the way Johnny tells it, you're like, I mean, he does have a point. I
yeah,
don't know. It's such a it's such a funny running
yeah.
gag. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I freaking love Johnny. John, like, with this whole thing going, like, with the 3 seasons, Johnny is like my top-notch favorite character in Cobra Kai, and to second would be Miguel, and then third would be Samantha. But yeah, cause wait, in this season did we see Samantha training, right? Or no?
That was the second season. This season, Samantha was dealing with like
the like with anxiety and panic attacks.
Yeah, we didn't see much training.
Yeah,
we were up on the season like as much, but we did see like, which I thought that was a cool take that that they don't really show on a lot of TV shows with the anxiety and how basically she was scared, because like they're still kids and they're beating the crap out of each other every other episode. So.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because when they showed her going to the school and then wanting to go upstairs and she touches the rail and then she gets that flashback and then she just gets that little panic attack and then just goes in a different way. And it kind of just like makes you feel for Samantha because of what she went through, and then she ends up taking the anger out on her mom because her mom thinks it's not like it's a big deal and stuff. But to Sam, us, the audience, realize how big of a deal it is because of how scared Samantha was of Tori. And I think it was really great to see that from Sam. So, yeah.
Oh, for sure. I know, like, I'm definitely looking forward to the big showdown between Samantha and Tori on the next season. Like,
oh man, I'm so excited for that for season 4. Oh, yeah. But speaking of season 4, so I recently watched on Netflix the next Karate Kid, the one that with same like the Mr. Miyagi, and then the other actress, I forgot her name, but she's in the movie The $1 Million Baby. She's the main character. She was also in the movie Freedom Riders. She was the teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her. Yeah. And so I watched that movie because I never watched it. And after watching it, I feel that she could probably come into season 4 because the creators were talking about how they kind of want to bring everybody who is in the Miyagi-verse into the Cobra Kai thing to kind of like make it all complete. And I think if she does come to season 4, then she could probably be like another sensei to Samantha and teach her ways to maybe combat that, I guess like the scared or anxiety feeling things that like with Tori. But I know at the end she said that I'm not scared of you anymore. But maybe the girl from the next Karate Kid, she could probably teach her different ways to maybe, or different moves, especially maybe before the tournament with Cobra Kai and the Miyagi-Do. Or wait, hold up. What was the name that they came up with at the end? Eagle something?
Oh, Eagle Fang.
There we go. But, shoot, speaking of that ending, I can feel it coming in the air. Oh my god. When they were all coming in and Hawk is going to Dimitri, I'm just like, yes, yes. And then when Johnny comes in with that little bandana, I just held my fist in the air the whole time, and I was just like, holy crap, this is like freaking happening. Johnny.
I didn't even know that was like the last the last episode. I was like, no, this is the last one. I have to wait like another year.
Yeah, I know.
To watch it. But,
especially binging it in freaking 12 hours.
I probably binged it like in less than that. I'm telling you, I have like each episode I was clicking next.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next season because I know like Johnny and Daniel, like they're gonna clash for sure, and I'm looking forward to them like since they're both teaching the same class now.
Yeah.
Of them like basically like contradict each other like that's not how you do it. Like this is how you do it. It's been like I'm just looking forward for that interaction because
dude,
it's so funny.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that because I know Johnny's gonna be like saying some funny stuff like, "Oh my god, you pissed your pants" or whatever. But so if Johnny and Danny are gonna have those little conflicts with each other, like how to teach kids, I feel maybe that other sensei or the other person in the other Karate Kid movie, maybe she can come in and kind of like teach both of them, both Johnny and Daniel, about like the correct way to kind of defend yourself and stuff, because that's what Miyagi taught her, just everything like defense and stuff. So I feel like that's what probably could happen in the next season.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm also looking forward to how they're gonna sort of bring back Robbie, because he basically he jumped ship in terms of like being like the good kid. Now he's under Kreese.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely looking forward to, because like, and like basically rebuilding that bond with it. I mean, I don't even think that he ever had a real strong bond with like Johnny.
Yeah.
I know that he tried to reach out, and I think he saw the bond that he had with Miguel, and I think that basically pushed him, and he was doing like his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely looking forward. Like the one thing is that I was confused is how he jumped. Like I get that he pushed Miguel from the stairs and he went to jail and like all of that.
Yeah.
But he really did like a 180.
He did.
Yeah. A little bit not as organic how Hawk went, because like I guess Hawk, his transition seemed a little bit more organic than Robbie's.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just curious how they're gonna take Robbie's character. Because he's not my favorite character, but he also worked well with Samantha.
Yeah.
Like them two, like they had a really good like on screen
Yeah.
interaction.
Yeah, they had a really good chemistry together, Robbie and Samantha. And yeah, and I agree too that I really liked how they were when Robbie was with her. Because it also, to me, it also felt organic as well, more organic than Tori and Miguel.
Yeah, I never that never landed with me, to be honest.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem to work
Mm-hmm.
as well as Samantha. But I guess Samantha just is a character that just plays well
Mm-hmm.
with like others, because honestly to me it seems like Tori and Hawk would have paired well with each other. With both being like those type of like characters. Like being like the top dogs.
Yeah, dude, they match pretty well.
Yeah, so I'm surprised that like they never took it there. Because for me, like Miguel and Tori, it just never really fitted. But then again, we would have never gotten that big showdown between Samantha and Tori.
Yeah, that's true.
They're still gonna keep going.
Yeah, shoot, Tori and Robbie. That's gonna be crazy, because it's gonna be Miguel and then Samantha fighting them in that tournament. Who knows who's gonna be a rival with Hawk, because Hawk is gonna be another big fighter in that tournament. So
yeah, that's true. Like the only big names that got stuck with Kreese, or not stuck, but like sided with Kreese, is just Robbie and Tori, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the Miguel's bully.
Yeah.
But all the other major like characters, they basically now switch sides.
Mm-hmm.
So, which sucks, because like part of the reason that the show works so well is that you rooted for characters on both sides. Whether it was Cobra Kai's or the other ones. But yeah, just excited to see, because now like the numbers are against Cobra Kai, I think, because like Miyagi's dojo has always been like the underdog.
Yeah,
basically.
That's true. Shoot, so, that makes me excited.
Yeah, because like I'm almost looking forward where Kreese basically calls his old war buddy for like a favor. So I'm excited where they're gonna take it at, because like Kreese is not gonna play with like by the rules, and I feel like he's gonna do stuff that like crosses the line, because Kreese already said that he wasn't gonna he'll leave the kids alone until like the tournament.
Yeah.
Basically. So what I'm thinking is that his war buddy, he's basically gonna play by like no rules. So I feel like that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be like the overall arc of the next season is basically like this like they have this new foe basically that he doesn't play by the rules and he's gonna do stuff his own way and basically terrorize either the kids or like the adults.
Yeah, that's what I feel could happen, especially because in the first movie of the Karate Kid, Kreese basically told Johnny to sweep Danny's leg. So I feel like maybe he's either gonna tell Tori or Robbie to do one of those things to either Miguel, Samantha, or Hawk, but most likely Samantha or Miguel, to kind of like get get underneath the skin of Daniel and Johnny. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I feel. What I feel could happen now that you're mentioning that, because Kreese is gonna bring in his buddy, so it's a big possibility.
Yeah, I mean just kids really take it because like they could really take it in so out of so many directions basically.
Mhm.
But I don't know, it's just it's such a well put together show, and the fact that Netflix picked it up, I'm just so happy
Dude, yeah.
because it could have
Mhm.
easily been canceled because I don't think it got the attention while it was on their YouTube TV. I don't think so. On the
Yeah,
YouTube
cause
Premium.
yeah, cause I remember when it first came out, all I kept seeing was the ads of Johnny and Daniel. I'm just like, holy crap, this is
Same,
like an actual thing, and
same.
and once it came to Netflix, I'm just like, holy crap, 2 seasons.
It's a good show.
Okay, yeah, and it was really good. And like I love this so much because there were so many callbacks from the old movies, and I just
Hmm.
enjoyed it so much. Um, but yeah, shoot, yeah, I know that next season is probably gonna be up there
Oh, for
on
sure.
the.
Because Netflix didn't produce the first 2 seasons; they only produced the third season.
Mhm.
And honestly, the quality of the show is still maintained at a like pretty high. I didn't notice any dip or any major like changes where you
Yeah.
can tell that it was produced by like another company.
Mhm.
So props to Netflix on keeping the same like quality and tone and the characters they didn't seem out of place either because like sometimes when they're picked up by like a different studio you can tell or I mean
Mhm.
like are they produced by the same people when Netflix picked it up or
Uh,
I'm
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 not
not sure
sure.
because that could be why we didn't even notice a big like shift in characters if it was like picked up like bought by Netflix, but they still kept the same team that worked on the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
Hmm.
let's see, I'm not
You
looking at the series.
you know what I feel could happen in season 4? I
What?
feel that that one pastor of Johnny's friend, the one who was also like uh, in Cobra Kai back in the first movie.
Mhm.
Do you remember him? How he was fighting
Yeah,
someone in the church? Johnny's best friend.
I think yeah.
So maybe Johnny could be asking for his help or input with some of the kids next season, or I don't know, maybe try to convince Kreese what he's doing is like wrong or whatever. So I don't know.
Oh,
It's a
as the
possibility.
person that like as the person that basically tries to help a Kreese,
Mhm.
like Scourgeon. That could be, could be.
Yeah. That's my
Yeah,
thoughts.
like yeah. I'm thinking how Kreese could change, like his character. Uh, and maybe we're assuming that his war buddy is gonna be a villain in the show for like all we know when he comes to like season 4 he could be basically like the
Mhm.
person that tries to help Kreese,
Yeah.
because we're just assuming how Kreese is that he's gonna basically play alongside Kreese, but I wouldn't even know that we like all we know he's gonna be the guy that
Mhm.
basically tries to help him because I don't think none of the current characters have a deep bond to
Yeah.
help Kreese change. Because even Johnny, like,
Mhm.
I don't think at this point there's any like strong bond that is gonna help Kreese. I don't think so. So maybe
Mhm.
this is like the character that's gonna help him.
Yeah. I mean, I really do hope that Kreese has a big character development for the audience to like him because shoot, I don't even like him right now because oh, he's so annoying. Like he's so rude.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, he's. I mean, if you're able to hate him, it's because the character's well written. Like it shows that you hate the villain. Because
Yeah,
it's
dude.
well, like, yeah.
It's like Cersei, right? Is that her name, Cersei from Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a character who was like also like what everyone who everyone hated, but then also it's just like it carries the show. No, because I was saying that I forgot what other character in a different show was also hated, but kind of like people hate the character because they're so mean and rude, but they love that character because it's just like wow, like it's like the biggest villain on the show or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Or like a Joffrey or Joffrey doesn't.
yeah, Joffrey. There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I hated him.
He hated him. Like,
I hated him. But the way he died was amazing.
It's so satisfying. When
Yeah,
he was
man.
like killed off, basically. But I mean, that's what makes like a really great shows. If you if you hate the characters themselves.
Yeah. If you create the most perfect villain and have like a good storyline to them, that's what makes them great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how
And
Kreese is.
Yeah, and like different levels of like the anti characters because like Hawk played the villain for 2 seasons, but at the same time, he had sort of a redeeming quality that Kreese doesn't have. You know, because until I mean, Kreese got a redeeming quality on this latest season because we got to see what made him the way he is.
Yeah.
While Hawk, we saw his redeeming quality because we know where he came from and basically like how he was being bullied and you kind of rooted for the guy. So it's like okay, you see where he's coming from.
Yeah. So. But with Hawk, I feel like that Asian guy on Cobra Kai, that's probably going to be another big person that Hawk is going to go up against. And because I remember he made fun of Hawk's scar on his lip. So I feel like we're probably going to see some flashbacks to the first season in season 4 if there's like that fight with them two going on, which is going to make Hawk like get really angry, but then kind of maybe use some of the Miyagi-Do techniques with like the little prayer stance little thing and whatever.
I mean, is he more of a rival to Hawk or a rival to Miguel? Because, I know.
Are you talking about the Asian guy?
Yeah.
I feel like he's more towards Hawk.
Hawk.
Because of the way because he was picking on him for the very first season, and that's who he would pick on the whole time with his scar. Because even in this season, when that Asian guy came to Cobra Kai, Hawk got flashbacks of him bullying him.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I do remember.
Yeah,
which that was so satisfying.
What?
When he basically got scared of Hawk, when during like their whole showdown basically, and he beat up the crap out of his friend. And
dude, yeah, I was just like, that's the way to do it.
See, and that's the part of Hawk's character that you root for. Is like, like now you see the tables have turned, and now he's scared of Hawk basically. And he doesn't even look at Hawk in the eye after his friend is basically got beat up like crazy, and it's so satisfying.
Yeah. No, yeah, I love that scene because he would just kind of like just stare down at Hawk and kind of like give him like the I can beat you up type of look or whatever. But when Hawk was like, oh heck no, I want to go up against his friend, and he like took off like that blouse to show his tattoo and doing the wing thing back there, and just like taking him in like I don't know less than 5 seconds. And you just see the change in the look to that guy. I thought that was a really perfect scene because Hawk really owned that.
Oh yeah, and it was such a powerful scene when he he beat his opponent, but he just kept going at him and at him and at him, and
Yeah.
like the actor, he did such a great job because you can see like how much like all the bullying affected him,
Mhm.
and he finally released all of his anger, because um, like this, like these two like bullies basically like made his life hell.
Mhm.
So so you got to see a moment of like of his character, like how deep the cut goes, which I
Yeah.
thought was like such a great character scene.
Mhm. Yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes in the season. The other one that kind of like brought the tear to my eye was kind of like when Hawk was running in slow mo, but he was running up to like kick that one dude. Even though like what you said, he should have learned a little bit earlier than the fight or whatever.
Yeah.
But just like that moment of like them holding Dimitri and him just like looking at the other guys and kind of like looking at them like they're meat, like a piece of meat, and just like going ham on them. I just thought that was a really tight scene. And then telling
Yeah.
Tori like, "Come on, Tori, this is over," like whatever. Towards the end, um, but yeah, it was a good season. I really liked this season.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
It was really.
and if you
I
would, huh?
I was gonna say that I can't really think of any lows this season in terms of
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
in general like the show.
Yeah, because I mean, every episode was just really entertaining. None of them were like boring to me.
Hmm.
Because I was just glued to the TV the whole time. I mean, that's why I binged it in less than 12 hours. What would you rate this season?
That's tough because I pretty much hold all three seasons to a high regard. Um,
Mhm.
I would have to say I might even put this one like out of 10. I'll probably rank it a 9 basically.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything much improvement that I can make to this show. I mean, to this particular season.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just like very good. Like not a lot of lows.
Well, I mean, I think that score is kind of is at the same level where I'm at, because like I would give it a 9 out of 10. Um, there were just so many things that I thought were cool, but then there was like other things that I thought were like very predictive. So that's why it's kind of like around there. But overall, I enjoyed the whole season. Still very entertaining. It's picking up, of course. That's what I'm feeling. I know maybe next season it'll probably be the same way. So I
Mm-hmm.
just hope it has that consistency throughout the next season.
I would say that this season is uh, surpasses like the previous two seasons,
Yeah.
or you think the previous season is has been made better than this one?
I feel like this season, for me, this season is better than the first one and second one. Cause I feel
Is it
like,
one?
cause there was more emotion, there was more bond going on, there was more of a nostalgia going on. Character development, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Hawk, Johnny, Danny too. Then also Samantha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for me, uh, a close second is gonna be the season one
Mhm.
for sure,
Yeah.
and then season two I will rank it as third. But like I mean, like this one neck and neck. Like
Mhm.
like I'm not saying season
Yeah.
two was like horrible. Like that's why I ranked it low.
Mhm.
It's just because like for me, season one basically uh, the season one always tends to be like the slowest, because they have to introduce like a lot of new characters and all that.
Mhm.
But it was well put together, and honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a really good show. Between season three and one, they're like neck and neck for me. But
Yeah.
I will rank it like three out of season three, season one, and season two. As in,
Gotcha.
yeah.
For me, I would put season 3, 2, and 1 on the ranking scale. Mainly because how in season 2 they have that fight and in the school, but they did one where it was like where it was like a continuous shot. So there was no cuts in between the frames. They would just keep shooting and shooting. And I would always like hear the behind the scenes of how they did it, and it just made me give more respect to the show, because that's the freaking 5-minute 10-minute scene that they're just constantly fighting and switching out the stunt doubles when you think it's the actor, but it's not. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was the fight in the high school, right? That was like a one shot basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole show in general is it's filmed very well. Like the shots are really cool. Like I do enjoy all the fights that they do on screen.
Yeah, and I believe they're gonna have another continuous shot in season 4, because maybe they're getting a lot of like good talks about them doing those continuous shots and stuff. So.
Yeah, and I'm assuming they're gonna just have a bigger budget to work with. Just
heck yeah!
How, like the popularity of this show, because like the fans took a huge jump when Cobra Kai was switched from YouTube into Netflix.
Oh heck yeah!
Because just because like while the show was on Netflix, it seemed very low key, like in my opinion. I can't really think of people who watch the show or even subscribe to YouTube Premium. At least I don't know if I don't subscribe to it. So I'm just glad that it got picked up, so now we can get these like more seasons. And so far the quality has been top notch.
Yeah, dude, and I agree, because with it being on YouTube, you wouldn't have like the age demographic or whatever going on, because with Netflix you have us that are like in their mid-20s, you have the teens, you have even like the people in their 40s and 50s, and they can watch this show and kind of like remember when they first watched the Karate Kid movie, and they're getting nostalgia too. So that's probably why this show is getting a lot of high praise on Netflix, and that's probably why it keeps trending on Netflix, because it's still trending on Netflix. I just looked at it last night. It's on top 9.
Trending?
Yeah.
Top 9? Okay, yeah. Oh, damn. It's like week 4 now into it.
Yeah, dude.
But honestly, I'll say this, that you didn't even have to watch the original Karate Kids movies to like enjoy the show, because I only remember seeing the first one. I don't remember seeing like the sequels. But I still enjoy this show for like what it is. If someone jumps in with fresh eyes without knowing them, knowing the original trilogies, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna love this show as well.
Yeah, dude, and I like the fact that they have those little snippets of like the original movie in the show, so that it kind of like gives the audience like, oh, like that's what happened back then, or whatever, or that's who they were. So
like for sure, I agree, because it doesn't exclude any fans of the show, that how like the audience, like they don't even have to watch the original one, like the original trilogies, to appreciate this show, just because they do such a great job of like referencing like the previous movies, without overdoing it too, because it's not like every other shot, it's like, oh, there's a callback to that, there's a callback, like they add it like an appropriate way, and it's also not like rubbing it on the audience also.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a very good show.
Yeah, and because the way they bring back the references of the older movies, they do it in such a sweet way. Especially when it comes to like the Mr. Miyagi scenes with him giving Daniel his first car, and other scenes of like the Halloween dance and stuff. Yeah, and then Ali and Daniel on the beach, and then Daniel with the other Japanese girl and stuff. I don't know, but they always bring in those scenes at a perfect time, and it always makes it sweet to the episodes.
Oh yeah, like the perfect shot was at the very end, where Miguel was looking at the car collection at Daniel's house, and he was basically, and like Daniel LaRusso sees himself as that kid, like, okay, maybe he's not a bad kid, because it mirrors exactly from the original movie how like from the original movie he wasn't marrying the cars. You know, it just it's done so well.
Yeah. Shoot, I forgot about that scene, but now that you bring it back up, like yeah, that was a really sweet scene. I really like that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I just love Megan. Such a great character.
Everything in this show is freaking awesome.
Yeah, like I want this kid to have a bright career because he plays Miguel so well.
He does.
The thing is, the actor's name is Solo Maridueña.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just hope that I see this kid in like more stuff.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the kids are very good actors. You know,
I feel like we might see Samantha, the girl who plays Samantha. I think her name is Mary or something.
Oh yeah, Mary Melvin.
Yeah, I think.
Butcher names.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, I feel like we might see her in other movies. I feel like her and Xolo, like we'll probably see them in a lot more things, a lot more projects probably.
For sure, because they're definitely shining in this series.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the teams, like for me, like teen shows, because these are like on the younger side.
Yeah.
And they play they are very good actors. And I'm glad that this show went with the younger. I mean, I don't think all of them are in their teens. They're probably in their early 20s playing teenagers.
Mhm.
But they're not at the age of where Glee hire like these grown people to play teenagers.
Yeah, the mid-20s.
They were like mid-20s. Some of them were probably pushed late 20s.
Yeah.
Pretty sure towards like the end of a couple seasons in.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that they found some real good talent because even Robbie, he plays a good character.
Yeah.
Not Robbie plays a character, but like the actor that plays.
Yeah, the actor.
Yeah, like it's a really strong cast. It's a very strong cast. I mean,
It
I
is.
can't wait to see these people in more.
Oh
Like in
man.
more stuff in the future.
Shoot, imagine seeing Xolo in like an action movie. Like one of those good action movies. Like maybe he's like the son of whatever and then like trying to save one of his cousins or mother or dad or somewhere, whatever. I think that'll be cool.
I mean, for me, I want to see him in more drama stuff.
More dramas?
Like a lot of the like emotional scenes that he does, like in the series, he does very well.
But okay, I guess this can conclude the video. But yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed having Sam here today. I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the other episode. So stay safe out there, wear that mask, and I will see you guys next time. So deuces. Yay!